Well, good morning everyone, and here we are. I'm just starting to make a start on cleaning this greenhouse up. I've moved one or two things. I've moved all the plants out, taking some of the racking down here, getting it all sorted out, getting it all cleaned up, looking at the electrics over here. I've 2 or 3 of those small fans. Oh, what a noise! I've just knocked the fan heater over. All these electrical things need sorting out. One lot there, it comes across here and joins up to this one. And these are the pumps for the RO water, which will not get moved. And there's the RO unit that looks like it needs a wipe down, so that'll all get done. But I've put the plants in the smaller greenhouse, so we're just going to have a look at that. And I've got to mess this greenhouse up a little bit, moving everything out of the big greenhouse into this one, and then when the big one's finished, then I'll have to tidy this one up. But I've moved all the plants in. Gets a little bit more sun in here as well. There's the delicatum and the cymbidiums. So we'll see how that goes. A lot of wires hanging down here that need attending to. Some buckets of bark and all sorts of stuff that needs sorting out. And what's been here I've put into the shed. And so here's the shed going nice and sorted out, looking nice and clean now. In fact, it looks like a place you can go into and quite enjoy yourself. And everything stashed up quite nicely. Lovely. So we'll get back into the big greenhouse and see what else there is to do in there. Well, here we are again in the greenhouse, and my first job is to dismantle this thing. So I think I'd better get on with it. That's it, get in there. Oh, there's dropping to pieces already. Hey, that's some more. It's all put together with screws, this, so there's no nails to bother with. Better be careful or it's going to drop down around my head, is this? Hey, these things come to try us. We set ourselves all these jobs and don't wish we hadn't when we do it. So I'm going to switch off now before it collapses. Well, there we are, it's all collapsed, so I'll get on with separating all the pieces and use the pieces to improve things at the back there. Well, I've got that contraption down now, so the thing is, what do I do with these heated sand beds? One there and one on top there with some moss on. What do I do with them? I can't see me using them again in summer. But do I take my plants in the house next winter, or do I leave them in here? And I think the correct answer is to leave them in here, because I don't think they've done very well in the house, especially the phragmipediums. They haven't done well at all. There's a few of them losing the roots, and I think it's because they're not getting enough light and enough change of heat, because it only gets up to about 22 during the day, and at night time it doesn't drop much below 15. So I think I'll bear the expense next winter and use this place. Yeah, I think I'll blow the expense and do that, because what's the point of having a bit of money, you know? The only thing it does, it keeps you in touch with your children, doesn't it? Well, I've decided not to power wash the floor. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it in bleach and get all the marks up and all the and everything. It doesn't make a mess anyhow. If you use a power wash, it spreads all the dirt off the floor all over the place. Well, there's the floor all covered in bleach there, so we'll just leave that for an hour or two and then go and rinse it off. Eggs are now in the greenhouse, and I've just watered them all with oil water only, and give them a good flushing through from that, because I think one or two of them might have been dry, and I don't want to put any fertiliser onto dry roots, so that's why I've used the oil water. Anyhow, the table's clean now. I'll just get it sorted out, and then we'll go into the greenhouse and have a look at the frags. And I brought all the frags in here, and well, they're not in the rightful place. What I've got to do next is sort each one out. I mean, you can see with being in the house, there's brown leaves on. These all need cleaning up, and every single one will get repotted. I don't know how many I've got. I think there's about just under 30. That's all I have these days. But it's nice to get them back in here. All I've got left to do in the big greenhouse is to empty this stand of all the Paphiopedilums. That's all I've got at the moment, because I've got rid of quite a lot of them. And then up here we've got the Cattleyas, so I'll have to find a nice place in the greenhouse for those. And over here we've got the big ones, and the Rhinanthus and the Angraecums. So I've got to shift all that next. So I'm not looking forward to doing that, because this stands a heck of a weight, but we'll get it there, no problem. I'm not a weakling just yet. So I'll not show you any more of the greenhouse until I've got everything back in. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so, and I'll see you all later. Bye.